the dissolving reason your ground steals the solid floor beneath your feet from you, and in Seffner, Florida, 2013, it swallowed a man whole while he slept in his own bedroom. Not a flood, not an earthquake, no warning. One moment the ground was there, then it wasn't. And the reason it happened is already happening beneath you right now. Every house you've ever lived in sits on a promise. The ground will hold, it always has, that's not a fact. That's a faith, and beneath parts of Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky, that faith is dissolving at this exact moment, a cubic centimeter at a time. There are 17 U.S. states where the geology beneath your feet is classified as sinkhole-prone, not theoretical, not edge case, mapped, documented, and quietly worsening. Your zip code is either on that map or it isn't. Most people have never checked. The mechanism eating the ground under millions of homes isn't a disaster. It's chemistry, silent, patient, invisible chemistry. Beneath large portions of the United States and under entire countries like Croatia, China, and Hungary, the bedrock isn't granite or basalt, it's carbonate rock, limestone, dolomite. These rocks were laid down by ancient oceans hundreds of millions of years ago, and they have one critical vulnerability. They dissolve in water, not fast, not dramatically, about 2 to 3 millimeters per year in ideal conditions. But rainwater picks up carbon dioxide as it falls through the atmosphere. It becomes carbonic acid. Weak acid, weaker than vinegar, but it has had millions of years to work. It seeps into the rock, it finds fractures, it widens them. For 10,000 years, it has been carving hollow chambers beneath your neighborhood, beneath your street, beneath the slab your house sits on. The chambers are already there. They exist right now. The ground above them is called a roof. You're living on the roof. Here's what they don't tell you in real estate disclosures. Sinkholes don't form when the rock dissolves. They form when the roof collapses. The chamber can sit stable for a century. The rock above it thins slowly, invisibly, until one night or one Tuesday afternoon, the remaining material can no longer support the weight above it. It fails in under a second. Jeff Bush was 37 years old. He went to sleep in his bedroom in Seffner, Florida on February 28, 2013. At 11 p.m., his brother heard screaming. The floor had opened. A sinkhole 20 feet wide and 60 feet deep had formed directly beneath his room. His body was never recovered. The house had no prior warning signs. This is the part that should stay with you. The rate of sinkhole collapses across the United States has been accelerating, not because the geology suddenly changed. Because we changed what's happening above it. Water is the trigger. Specifically, sudden changes in water pressure below the surface. And we have become extraordinarily efficient at creating those sudden changes. When a water main breaks, and in the US, a water main breaks somewhere every 2 minutes, it sends a pulse of pressurized water directly into the subsurface. That pulse can destabilize a chamber roof that was holding stable. Drought does the same thing in reverse. The water table drops, removing the upward pressure that was quietly supporting the roof from below. Florida has a drought, then a hurricane, then a drought. The geology beneath it is cycling through pressure extremes every single year. But here's the detail that rewires how you see the ground. The cavern under your house was not created by your house. It was there before the house, before the street, before the city. The developer who built your neighborhood paid for a soil survey, not a subsurface acoustic survey, not a ground-penetrating radar pass, a soil survey the top 6 feet. The caverns are at 30, 50, 80 feet down. They were never checked. In most states, no law required it. Your house was permitted above a void that no one looked for. This is no longer a geological curiosity. Insurance companies know. The sinkhole insurance market in Florida nearly collapsed in 2011, forcing state legislation. Carriers began exclusions, premiums tripled. And then the language changed, policies now separate catastrophic ground cover collapse from sinkhole activity. The first one pays. The second one, the slow kind, the kind that cracks your foundation for 3 years before anything visible happens, that one often doesn't. Your home may be losing structural integrity right now. Not from age, not from weather, from a chamber roof deflecting millimeters per month under load. The first sign is usually a crack in the drywall you attribute to settling. The second is a door that won't close right. By the third sign, the void is often directly beneath the foundation. Most people fix the drywall. Scientists have identified over 10,000 sinkholes in Florida alone. Documented ones. The undocumented ones, the chambers that exist but haven't collapsed, they cannot count. Ground-penetrating radar surveys are expensive, voluntary, and almost never ordered before a building permit is issued. So the question no one can answer, the one that keeps certain geologists awake at night, is this. How many houses are sitting over voids that are one water main break, one drought, one heavy rainfall away from becoming a grave?